What if I move every single Disney princess onto the same lot? This lot was created by Sam and Bean over on TikTok. It is a massive 64 by 64 lot divided into 16 separate plots, which we are going to be using to build a Disney princess neighborhood. The actual houses themselves are going to be quite small, but you know I'm always down for a challenge. Let's see who our very first house is going to be. Oh, and we're starting with an icon. So I'm thinking we build a 2-story French Quarter inspired house with Tiana's restaurant on the bottom and then her living space upstairs. I'm giving her a balcony over here so that we can recreate that iconic scene from the beginning of the movie. This is already bigger than I expected. Okay, Strangerville, coming through with the colors and the swatches, giving exactly what I was hoping it would. I've never been to New Orleans, but I know the architecture is just stunning. Put in these string lights, put in a couple of these chimneys as well. Of course, have to add some hanging ferns. Oh, I need to add some flower boxes too. I almost forgot. And then here in the front, I'm just gonna do a little bit of landscaping to bring a bit of the bayou into Tiana's home without building a moat. Ooh, you know what else we need to add? Mosquitoes and fireflies. Those should look really good in gameplay. Add a little sign that says Tiana's Palace. Oh, it even has a little crown on it. Added this bench that has the water lilies, which are also in this stained glass, by the way. You know what? Let's add a little fountain too. I just can't resist. All right, I think we're off to a good start with this one. Let's go ahead and move on to the interior. You know, it is set in the 20s, so we could get away with this wallpaper that's Art Deco. I need a nice like glass tile floor too. That is too pretty not to use in the dining room. I'm just making the lighting in these rooms super warm. If I put the door to the bathroom all the way in this corner, I can technically have both a sink and a toilet. And now I will add these tables. These colors don't match though. I could change the wallpaper to this darker yellow swatch. These chairs are 100% giving bistro vibes. And then in this room, I'm gonna put a piano. So I think live music in this little venue would be so cozy. Definitely need a bar in here. Unfortunately, it's right next to the bathroom, but tiny houses are tiny houses. Look at the flower light. Instead of putting a door to the kitchen, let's do an open archway with a curtain over it for some privacy. As on theme as it is to put frogs on the wall, I feel like that's a little bit on the nose. So I'm gonna just add some pretty artwork instead. And we have to have some of her baked goods on display. If only I had some beignets, but I think this will do. Add a fancy menu and move on to the kitchen. I'll do this matching tile from high school in a neutral swatch, and these green countertops could not be more perfect for this. We've got our vintage fridge and stove. I love doing these themed challenges because then I can really focus on the details, like these towels matching our color scheme. Yes, we have to have her recipe book out too. This plant always makes everything look better. Let's put a chalkboard up here with all the specials. And there is our kitchen, or Tiana's Palace. Well, a little miniature bite-sized version. We've still got to do the upstairs though, which is her living quarters. I haven't gotten the chance to do French double doors yet. This room is a little bit small for a double bed, so I'm gonna go with this single that matches the style of this house better anyway. Look at this wallpaper. Wow. This lamp is perfect. That is also very akin to the style of Princess and the Frog. It's about time we put a big plant in here. How cute is this room? Definitely need a rug in here though. I like this rug, but it'll look much better out here. There we go. Let's do the main living space, which at this rate is going to be glamorous. Add a couple of matching chairs, a very fancy table, simple candles in the center. I do need to put a frog in here, maybe here. I'm actually gonna draw a little room, raise the platform up, delete those walls, add a little frog. Then behind it, I'll add built-in shelves. Now I just need to clutter these bookshelves and we're basically done. You know what? I'm adding a vintage tea kettle too. Why not? You can't stop me. Oh, I almost forgot the bathroom. This yellow linoleum looks awesome. I think I'm actually gonna put this linoleum on the ceiling. Whoa, that is awesome. Squeeze this super fancy sink in here. Unfortunately, our only option for the shower is one of these. You gotta do what you gotta do when you live in a tiny house. I am obsessed with Tiana's Palace. It's adorable. It's so much better than I expected. Let's see who Tiana's Tiana's neighbor is going to be. Okay, hold on. Completely different aesthetic here. I think the most obvious thing to do is to build Arendelle. Well, a miniature-sized version. I'm actually looking at the construction photos of Arendelle in Disneyland Hong Kong to help me get a feel for the shapes and the colors. From the side, it looks like I just stacked two houses on top of each other. This one's kind of fun to figure out. It's like a puzzle. And I'm gonna put little pieces like this in the front, pull the eaves in, and then go whoop. Okay, that's even more fun. Whoa. You know, I just realized I'm basically making Dreamlight Valley in The Sims. The key to making Arendelle, I'm realizing, is just triangles. So many triangles. Color of the roof is blue. The design elements in Frozen are very Nordic inspired, so I'm gonna bring as much of that into the build as I can. Oh, how pretty are these roofs? It's one of my favorite build tricks to use. Kinda looks like a gingerbread house. This part alone has taken me 30 minutes, and I haven't even added any windows. Here we go. Now I'm gonna go back in and add a little corbel to all of these roof pieces. At least we can pretend like my builds are structurally sound. After all that, I'm really gonna end up using the exact same door that I used at Tiana's house. It works though. Also gonna use Strangerville windows. Since this is Anna's house, I'm not gonna use any ice elements. I do remember there being a lot of flags on the building though. I want the sidewalk to be cobblestone. I'm gonna hit Control F to use quarter tile placement so that I don't have it coming through the fence here. Adding in some pink and purple flowers. Those are more her colors anyway. I just remembered we have this little reindeer. So cute to represent Sven. I love this house. This is one of the coolest things I've ever built. First things first, we've got to figure out where these stairs are gonna go. Take them over here and shape them, and then move them back into the house. I think this is the best configuration. There really aren't many options here. Make the entryway just a little bit smaller by adding a bathroom right here. I know I want to have a pretty big dining room. Choosing the layout is honestly one of the hardest parts of building. This table is ginormous. It would also be so nice if we could maybe fit a fireplace in here. It is very crowded in this dining room. I'm gonna move the table over here instead and then have the fireplace there. I think that works. And in the center, I'm gonna have this leaf table runner to kind of represent Frozen 2. And we can't not have a fancy chandelier. The color palette is what's really gonna solidify that this is Anna's home. Love the greens and the little tinge of red. Get some classic wallpaper in here, some wainscoting, and of course a giant portrait of the royal family. Maybe we should have the ship portrait in here because their parents did die at sea. I feel bad about it though. There's this whole fan theory that the shipwreck in The Little Mermaid is actually Anna and Elsa's parents' ship. I think that might be a little bit of a stretch, but it's a cool thing to think about. You know, I should probably add some flooring too. That would definitely help. This is looking good so far, but it doesn't have all of these little painted details. By using this door, we'll start to get some of that. We'll use that for the bathroom and have this be the living room / kitchen. Even though the entry, it goes straight into a hallway, I do want some semblance of it being grand. Add in these suits of armor by the door. I'm also going to use these wall candles. Let's put this coat of arms up here too. Family is very important to her. This is where we'll have the living space. I thought that this couch would be perfect. This table is perfect with the little painted details. Those exploration paintings that I put in the dining room, I'm gonna move them in here. I think they fit this space a little bit better. And then I'm just balancing this side out with more wall candles. So cute if on the mantle we put a snow globe or two. That's a lot more subtle than a literal snowman. I'm just deleted the wall and the stairs behind it so I can raise this up. I wasn't going to do this because I knew it was gonna be a hassle. It's so good. I can't not do it. Oh, I need curtains too. This one from Realm of Magic fits so beautifully. Would it be silly of me to use these pedestals in the corners to bolster this plant? Wait, that looks good. Like this person is royalty or something. There's really not that much room for a kitchen here. Tiana lives next door. We're gonna eat there anyway. Her dress on Elsa's coronation day is green, so I'm gonna go with the green stove and the matching green fridge from Realm of Magic. Instead of having the chairs here, I think I'm gonna rotate this, delete one chair and have the other in this corner. That way the living space is more open. And then right here, we can just have a very small, simple island. Let me go ahead and do the ceilings before I forget. If you're building in The Sims right now, this is your reminder to paint your ceilings. I feel like Anna would 100% be addicted to coffee. Let's quickly do this bathroom. Already know I want this beautiful tile from Realm of Magic. Ooh, this green color kind of matches her coronation dress. I hardly ever decorate in this style, but I'm loving it for this build. Fancy schmancy mirror to go along with it. And then we've got room for a shower over here. The more bathrooms and showers in your Sims builds, the better. That way your Sims don't have an excuse when they pee on the floor. That is a recurring problem with me and my Sims. I've also noticed that whenever I add a bush in, my Sims always prefer to pee there instead of on the toilet, when they do indeed have perfectly good bathrooms. I have also had an excessive amount of fires in my builds lately. In one of my Twitch streams, there were 8 fires in one gameplay session. Look at me remembering to add toilet paper too. I've been doing that more and more lately. Now upstairs, I'm thinking we actually turn this into a little landing room. Then at the top of the stairs here, we can just have another cute little ottoman. I'm also gonna squeeze a bookshelf into this corner and another little suit of armor over here. Squeeze this little table in the corner here with a gramophone on top of it. You know what? Let's do a fancier door in here too. And then look at this bedroom with a beautiful window. This wallpaper has always screamed Anna to me. I could turn this into a little cozy reading nook, close this off with the room tool, raise it up till it meets the end of that window, and then delete it. Add a bunch of pillows here. If only I had a little troll. Bigfoot is as close as we're gonna get. This is also a troll-like creature. And then here in the middle, I'll add a tray with some books on it. What a cozy little space. I love it. What do we do with our problems? We cover them up, of course. I was thinking about trying to create our own canopy bed, but I think instead I'm just gonna add curtains to the wall like this, so it's got a super cozy feel to it. Plenty of room for a vanity. Anna's a little bit messier. Add another little snow globe right here. There we go. There's Anna's desk all cluttered. Here is her finished bedroom. Dining room, living room, kitchen, bathroom, and the exterior. So here's the thing, besties. This house alone took me almost 3 hours, and this one took me 2 hours. That's 5 hours so far of building. There are 16 lots here. 16 divided by 2 is 8. 8 times 5 is 40. This build is going to take me 40 hours to complete. I would do like 2 more of these today, but I'm going to TwitchCon this week and I really don't have time. But you can rest assured I will be working on this build project when I get back, and it is going to be epic. In the meantime, you can check out one of my other Disney build challenges, and make sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell so that you know when the next video is live. See you all soon. Bye!